through and through. Oh, the Toon Review. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. By the fans, for the fans, through and through. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. 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 Go!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for tonight's match preview for Bradford, of course, in the Carabao Cup, and all the latest news to bring you from Newcastle United. I am joined tonight by the usual twosome of Alex and Billy. Good evening, fellas.
Good evening, and good evening to the Toon Review Massive, the Magpie Massive, and all you spectacular, beautiful people out there in Viewerland.
Good evening.
It's becoming a thing that now where Billy says his spiel and then just Alex in this deep voice comes back with good evening. Anyway, if you do enjoy tonight's show, folks, as usual, please like and subscribe. Very important for the channel to help us keep building. And of course, you can become a member of the Toon Review by hitting that join button just underneath the three of us. We've got some prizes to give out on Friday to our viewers, members this time around. So you have to be in it to win it, guys. And of course, super chats are available. That's a $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and that will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. We have Trevor MacDonald, who's been a member for 15 months already on the channel. Good evening, the fabulous people that make TTR my second family. Thank you very much, Trevor. Right, guys, we're going to start with a bit of news on a former Newcastle United player, of course, and that is goalkeeper Tim Krul, who has announced his retirement, Billy. Just came through there on social media. A very, very, very big servant for Newcastle United, wasn't he?
Yes, from the first game he played in Palermo as a very young 18 or 19-year-old, where he performed fantastically well. All the way through his service in Newcastle was exemplary, actually. It's only injuries really that let him down in the end, and he was replaced and went off to, I think he went to Norwich, didn't he, and Brighton, places like that. Yeah, sad, because he was a good goalkeeper. Had he stayed fit, he may still be at the club now. Who knows?
Yeah,
really good goalkeeper.
He was. No one will forget, Alex, that performance at White Hart Lane. Was just incredible. The amount of chances that Tottenham had and the saves that Krul keep, making time after time. How that ball never went in, I'll never know. But that's just how good he was.
Yeah, his peak, he was a lot better than people remember. That game, I think he set a record for saves. And Fraser Forster, of course, could not get in front of him, had to go out to other clubs. And let's not forget, Fraser Forster then became quite an icon at Celtic. They beat Barcelona with Fraser Forster in goal. And this guy could not get a look in when Tim Krul was at the club. Vastly underrated. It's a fond time of my life, of that period when it wasn't particularly the fondest times of everyone else, because it was when we were a bit weird. Strange team up and down. Some of the Pardew days weren't terrible. There was a bit of free-flowing football and some nicer moments. So it depends on which part you look at. But Tim Krul was ever present. And then in a period where not many players represented the club on the international stage, of course, did the famous penalty shootout trick substitution nonsense for the Netherlands. That was quite funny at the time. So he's a great guy and always speaks very highly of us. Referenced us in his retirement speech as well. So
Newcastle United, that is not the Toon Review, which would have been nice, but Anya sends in a £2 super chat. Thank you very much, Anya, much appreciated. Where would you put him in terms of Newcastle United goalkeepers, Billy? Where would you put him in if you were to do a top 5 of Newcastle United's former goalkeepers? Where would you put him?
Given to be number 1, I think Pope would be number 2. I think Dubravka and Krul maybe joint 3rd.
So you'd put Nick Pope ahead of Tim Krul, would you?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Won us a cup final.
Maybe Shaka hit.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, Pavel. I forgot about Pavel. Obviously, he'd be
Yeah,
up there as well.
not forgetting Pav. Shaka was great for us, of
Not
course.
putting
as well.
Gillespie in, no?
What about the days of Martin Thomas and Kevin Carr, Billy?
Oh, they weren't bad. They weren't bad keepers, were they?
Yeah, but they were prone to...
I think Harper deserves an honourable mention for
Absolutely.
just being around for a long time.
Yeah,
Maybe not because of his quality.
We've definitely had some good keepers over the years. But without a doubt... Let's move on. Shea Given was definitely up there as number one. But let's not forget...
John Kowalski. What about him? There is one game.
Oh, Christ almighty. Lionel Perez, of course.
Spoke to him once.
Mike Hooper. Let's not forget Big Mike. Yes, let's forget Big Mike, actually. I just think that we've had some very good goalkeepers over the years, and some goalkeepers have had much better defences in front of them than others, of course.
Which is correct.
Let's not forget that. Now, of course, Billy, you've been a cricket fan. Sad news about the passing of Dickie Bird, and I think anybody that, anybody, you don't have to be following cricket to know who Dickie Bird was, and what a character, Billy.
Yes, I've only just read it there in the chat. I didn't even know. What a character. Obviously a failed cricketer in his own right. He wanted to play for Yorkshire. Played a little bit for Yorkshire with Jeff Boycott and Freddie Trim and people like that. But wasn't good enough to actually be a regular there. So took up the art of umpiring. And as umpires go, I don't think there's been many better, if any.
I agree,
Looking at him and David Shepherd, he was a character. He once took a test match off the pitch because the sun was shining too much. It was reflecting off the windows. And he got I can't help it, He was just a proper character. Very, very, what's the word for him? Eccentric, I would say.
Oh, definitely eccentric. Absolutely. But a real proper cricket man, wasn't he? Through and through. And just whenever he was interviewed and things like that, his love for cricket always came across. And his love for life, really. I mean, he was such a...
He was the archetypal Yorkshireman, wasn't he?
Of course he was. But he liked a pint of Stones back in the day.
Probably.
Or bitter or whatever they drank at...
Sam Smith's.
Smith's back in the day. Yeah. So rest in peace to, of course, Dickie Bird as well. Right. Obviously, we take on Bradford City tomorrow in the Carabao Cup. Once again, Matchday Live will have you covered. Live commentary. Live commentary. Me and Billy, I'm not going to the game tomorrow. I don't think I could even walk to St. James's right now. I need more physio. It's incredibly painful.
Let him have this one off, guys, because all we hear about is the back when he goes. So,
listen, mate, you know how bad it was. You were there. You saw what a struggle it was for me. However, we will have you covered tomorrow night. I'm quite looking forward to seeing who we might start, Alex, because in his press conference this morning, he did once again mention that rotation will happen. But on the flip side of it, he knows that we're defending our trophy, and we haven't been able to say that for God knows how long, that we're starting the defense of a trophy. And this is a very important one. He mentioned how important the Carabao Cup was to Newcastle United and all the fury of last season and winning it and what it achieved for everybody and how it made everybody feel. So it is going to be a game where we want to go out and win and not take any risks.
Of course, yeah. Rotation is necessary because of the amount of games we've got, especially with obviously the new Champions League format is now even more. However, we need to make sure we field a side strong enough because, as Eddie rightly pointed to, it's not always been easy getting through some of these fixtures, whether it was FA Cup or Carabao Cup. Wimbledon was a Fabian Schär penalty. There have been other teams that we've struggled against or even lost against in these cups.
Forest was a penalty shootout this time last year, wasn't it? So
yeah. So, Forest is a Premier League club. So by rights, that was slightly different. But we do have to be careful. And I completely agree with what Eddie Howe said in that press conference. People bring in the league far too much, the division that the team are playing in. That seems to come into play far too often. When in reality, it should be more about the team structure, the team confidence. Are they winning? Are they good? And that is the case. Of course, especially with our rotation options, because their quality and match sharpness is going to be at maybe a worse level than a team who are playing every week and are winning and are confident. So you have to put that balance of players in the match sharp, match ready, have the extra quality that Bradford City don't have. Because you can't just rotate everyone. You know, if we put our U21s against them, would they win? Probably not. No. So we have to make sure we put the right quality in, whilst still being able to field a team strong enough to try and take 3 points off Arsenal at the weekend.
Well, the thing is, Billy, Bradford have had a very, very good start to the season, and have already knocked out 2 championship teams in the Carabao Cup. So, you know, they're flying in the league as well. They've had a really good, solid start to the season. So they're bringing 5,000 fans up tomorrow as well. So it's a big, big game for Bradford, and we know the history of smaller teams coming to Newcastle. You know, the Wimbledons, the Cambridge, the teams in the past who've given us a real difficult time. But I want to see tomorrow, Billy, is a chance that we can go out and you know, without any disrespect to Bradford, not give them too much respect and just go out there and bang in some goals and get the confidence up.
Yes, I think that would be great if we could do that. As you said, Bradford are flying at the minute. Confidence is very high. Sometimes it's harder to play against a side with lots of confidence than what it is against a side with lots of quality and no confidence. So it's not going to be easy. Of course it's not, especially as we'll be rotating. Yeah. But I do expect us to be a bit more attacking tomorrow. I do expect us to, you know, even with rotation included, I think we'll score goals tomorrow. Yeah. And if we do, and we get a bit of confidence into our system, which we desperately need, in my opinion, then it augurs well for Sunday's next game. So, yeah, we need to go out and put a performance on. The fans deserve one as well. Let's be honest. Fans deserve a performance. They've had Barcelona, they've had Liverpool. They both play well, but we didn't win either game. So a performance and a victory, very much needed.
Yeah, and the thing is, Alex, you know, Eddie alluded to the fact that he's well aware of the goal scoring problem. He's not immune to it. He knows. He mentioned it this morning that, you know, although we're playing, in his words, we're playing well, it's just that killer instinct in front of goal that we just haven't got at the moment. But the good thing is that he's aware of it, and you know, he will be doing something to put that right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I wouldn't imagine he'd disagree with our sentiments last night when we were talking about this, that we've lost our main striker. We've recruited two new ones in, one of which isn't available. The new one in Voltemada plays a very different way, and Gordon's suspended, and we're trying some new formations, and there's a lot of new personnel behind them, and there's Champions League. So there's a hell of a lot of things thrown into the mixer for the context of why is it not quite gelling yet. And he said as much. He stated, you know, ideally he would have liked to have learnt this during pre-season, but we're having to learn it during the season, which is fine. And he said, we've done this before, and we absolutely have. Just one of those things. Unfortunately, it's the transfer window was bad in terms of timing, not the recruitment. The recruitment was great, but the timing was absolutely shocking because we're now having to bed everyone in and get used to the football. We're already 5 games deep, playing a Carabao Cup game now, and played the Champions League game. If we could have got all these settled 3 or 4 weeks before the window ended, we might have won some of these matches. So it's the fine margins.
Very fine margins indeed. Derek with a super chat. Hi lads, would you play a second team against Bradford and concentrate on the league and the Champions League? I think I would.
No, absolutely not. I think you've got to try and win the game first. However, there will be a bit of rotation in there, but as a second team, not a full second team, no.
Is there an element of, well, we've won it now, so let's concentrate on something else? Do you think that would ever creep in?
Absolutely not. We've won it now. Let's keep hold of it. That's
defending champions, Paul.
I agree. Listen, I'm just putting the question out there. I want to see us win everything. I don't want to see us go into any game thinking, you know, let's just write this one off. We've had too much of that in the past. You know, we've seen Newcastle teams, not necessarily under this manager and ownership, but previously where we haven't been asked. and we've gone out to cups very early on in the season, and it's kind of, well, what else are we bloody playing for here? You know, it's a waste of time. But now, especially with the squad size we've got, there's no reason to put a second string out. Yes, there'll be changes, but as for a second team, I want to see us win it again. I would love to see us get to Wembley. Brian Rogers says, Paul, just to update you, my wife passed away last Friday.
Oh dear.
Brian, so sorry to hear that, matey. I know she was poorly, and you were going to keep us informed. So sorry to hear that, matey. Our condolences and prayers, and all our love is with you and your family. Stay strong, my friend. You've always got us here, but take time to grieve as well, matey. And try and look at the good memories as well. But I hope everybody is okay, and we send you our massive, massive love and hugs. Billy F, member for 19 months. Did you get my email, Paul? I don't know, if I'm honest, Billy. I'll have to check. I will check after the show, my friend. And Joe has gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much, Joe. Much appreciated. Now, tomorrow, obviously, we're talking about the front three, etc., and goal scoring being the problem. So does Eddie look at the game tomorrow, Alex, and think, this is, like I've just said to Billy, this is an opportunity to go out, get some goals, get some confidence ahead of a very, very difficult game with Arsenal on Sunday, and obviously get the game won, and maybe make a few changes, people that are going to be playing on Sunday, get them back off the field once the game is safely won?
I don't like the way that was phrased today. I can't remember who asked the question. I wasn't overly fond of the press conference. I don't think it was very good today. Despite some of the quality and good journalists we've got, didn't like it. I don't think that was a good question, because ultimately Bradford are top of the league in their division. Fair enough, they have conceded 11 goals, and the trailing pack have conceded 6, 9, 5. So yeah, they've conceded more than some of the chasers. However, this is a team that have only lost once in 9 matches. They're top of the division, 20 points, 9 games played. I think just saying, let's buff up the goal difference. Let's use this as an opportunity to score some goals and practice the attack. We're not going against this isn't a duff game. This is a team who are top of their league, coming to a big stadium, a Premier League side who are in the Champions League and are cup winners, and want to cause an upset because they've scored 17
with 5,000 fans as well.
Yeah, 5,000 fans. They have scored the most goals in their league. They will come to us fearless, seeing if they can cause an upset. There's no reason for them to come to us and be pitiful. They play with a really balanced system anyway. They use wing backs. I maybe urge on the side of caution of being a little bit disrespectful with the questions we phrase. And if anybody is thinking about popping in the chat, oh, it's only Bradford, they're only League One. Yeah, but we keep getting beat by teams like this, and we have done since Eddie Howe's been in charge. Well, and previous to Eddie Howe. So we've got to be careful. Look, there you go. I called it as you were typing it, mate. I knew it was coming. I could smell it.
Listen,
honestly,
I heard I saw somebody, a Bradford fan, make a comment regarding the game tomorrow on social media earlier on today, saying that Graham Alexander, the manager, his style of play this season has reminded him of the entertainers' years with Newcastle, funny enough, when Keegan had the attitude of, well, you score 4, we'll score 5. And that seems to be the case. If you look at the goal difference, the Bradford are very much, going for goals. And they won't change the way they play tomorrow. They'll just go out and enjoy it. So, yeah, and that's where the sort of banana skin pops up, Billy, isn't it? You don't know.
Well, I was thinking now, the conceding goals, scoring goals, it's going to be an entertaining game, especially if we go down the same, well, not conceding obviously, but trying to attack them, which I think we will. It's going to be a very excellent game of football. I don't want them to come and be cannon fodder, really. I want them to at least give us a bit of a game, before we put 6 past them.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be one of them games where, Billy, that Eddie wants to see, some of them that, again, are on the fringes of the first team will probably
Oh,
play
100%,
tomorrow.
100%.
You want to see them to perform well.
100%, yeah. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we need to have depth in the squad, and these are the kind of games where you see it. I think confidence in certain players that want to be part of the first team squad is an important thing. And so the likes of, dare I say, Joe Willock may play tomorrow, and hopefully we'll put a performance in which will give him confidence. Because if he didn't do it tomorrow, then when is he going to do it? Let's be honest.
Well, never, quite honestly, if he can't do it tomorrow. But then again, I know what will happen, Alex. If Willock plays well tomorrow and has a great game, if he plays, that is, it'll be, well, maybe that's his level now. You know the comments.
Oh yeah, he'll get which he's never going to win in that regard. But
Exactly.
I can't remember what I was going to say now. Talking about Joe Willock.
That makes a change.
And fun fact, they played against Chris Willock, his brother, the other day. So
did they? And Graham Alexander's actually from Coventry, oddly enough.
He is. Incidentally enough, great interview with Graham Alexander that I touched on in the video earlier on today. That he was at Burnley, of course, when Eddie Howe took over as manager. But he was 39 years old at the time, and was actually older than Eddie was as the manager. Graham Alexander was captain of the club at the time, but never played for Eddie. Eddie went in a different direction. But nice to hear Graham Alexander say, at the time, I did not like Eddie Howe because he wanted to play football. He resented him a little bit. And he says, looking back on that now, as a manager, I understand what Eddie did. So it's all water under the bridge tomorrow. But I did say in the video, it'd be interesting if there's any sort of clash on the pitch and it gets a bit interesting on the touchline, or Bradford score first, and he'll want to get one over him, won't he? So it's.
Can I just ask a goal scoring question, guys? When was the last time we turned over a team that wasn't a Premier League team? Because we've absolutely battered certain teams like Spurs and Sheffield United. But when was the last time we did it to a lower league team in the cup?
That's a very, very good question. It must be a long time.
We don't play well against these sides. We have to. It is tough for us. We have to. Like, there's people in there's a few of you saying that we should just be walking over these. We have not had a comfortable game against lower league opposition.
Morecambe 7-0.
I don't think. When was that though?
That was when Joe Linton was still a striker. Because I remember
that was pre-Eddie Howe. Have we had under Eddie Howe a lower league opposition fixture where we've absolutely tonked them? I don't think so.
Yeah, Sunderland in the cup, as Leeds just said.
Sunderland, yes.
Well, yeah, I think we only scored 2, didn't we? So we didn't turn them over.
No, we scored 3, Alex.
Did we score 3? I thought we only scored 2.
It was 3, wasn't it? Yeah,
3-0.
We gubbed them.
They were lucky to get 0 as well.
They were absolutely lucky to get 0.
As for Graham Alexander, I mean, he's been through the ringer as well, because he was part of that circus at Salford for a while.
Yes, he was.
I think he was there about 6 months before Gary Neville decided to sack him.
Yeah.
It is a circus. It's a bloody circus.
Well, I mean, Beckham was there at the weekend, wasn't he? I mean, they're not exactly ripping it up, other Salford, so it's not gone well. Their little plan to sort of get Salford City into the realms of glory, shall we say. Magpie 50 says, Paul, I would put Elanga up front if Nick doesn't start. I think Asula's going to start tomorrow.
So do I.
But we'll come on to that when we do our predictions. Bruno's Magic Hat, member for 30 months, says, Alex is looking buff. That gym work is paying off, mate. Keep it up, stud. Give me a fucking bucket.
Bloody
what
hell.
on earth? I mean, come on. Looking buff. I mean, he will look buff with all the hair dye he uses. Of course he will. You know?
There's no hair dye in this, mate.
Yes,
No,
whatever. Do you remember, like, Top Gear, when Clarkson used to take the piss out of Hammond for whitening his teeth? It's the same with Alex. He whitens. He goes to Turkey. He gets his hair done, and he gets his teeth done. He still want
no teeth done and no hair done. I don't quite know where these allegations are coming from, guys.
He denies he gets older. And Billy, we've tried to give Alex advice on just letting the years just grow.
There's actually this new thing that
I'm not sure we're the right people to ask for it.
Well, there is that, but I will be kind.
It's
a discovery, Paul.
I'm only
it is
32.
barbers.
Yeah, but your paper round was in Baghdad, Billy. There's a difference.
It was.
Sorry, Alex, you were saying?
It's just called a barber's. That's all it is.
Yeah. Who have copious amounts of hair dye. Anyway, let's move on. I love you, really. Magpie Sparky says this is his team, actually. He says Ramsdale, Trips, Botman, Lascelles, Kraft, Willock, Bruno, Joe Linton, Gordon, Murphy, Asula. Trips left back, played there for England, 3-0 to us. How are the lads? I mean, I think Gordon and Bruno will probably play it. Gordon, Bruno, and Joe will probably start the game tomorrow. I don't necessarily think they'll finish it. But the fact that they didn't play at all at the weekend gives me the indication that they will play. We're definitely going to see Ramsdale, aren't we, guys? Surely.
Oh, I think so. Otherwise, when are we going to see him?
I mean, do you want to see the graphics board before? Do you want to see it earlier? Because it is quite a... This show is obviously far more about who we're going to pick and who the rotation is than we normally do on these kinds of shows. So.
For these super chats off, Magpie 50 says, need quick passing speed. Don't take this for granted. And didn't we beat Sheffield United 8-0? Yeah, well, that was in the Premier League, Mark. That was a Premier League game where we're talking about a lower league team in the Cups. That was Premier League.
Just get something for somebody. Hang on.
Get something for somebody. I don't like the sound of that, Billy. He's going to advertise his hair dye now, isn't he?
He's not popped off to get his tattoo, has he?
What? That's his fucking tattoo, mate. Now, I realise that Alex has still got his headphones in, by the way, so he'll be able to hear everything we say here. There you go. Yeah. There's the sign that Alex didn't win in the competition, but one of our members who did win the prize told me to send it to Alex. And there you go.
He's going on the wall, guys. I'm going to strip the foam stuff off and get some content.
Our resident Victor Meldrew on the Toon Review, ladies and gentlemen, confirmed.
Someone asked about it, so I thought I would show them that I have got it.
Yeah. Who asked about it?
Team Bruno. Team Bruno might have been the one that won it possibly and donated it. I'm not sure. So
I think it might have been. Yeah, it might have been. Absolutely. Right. Showing Billy his new.
Don't read that.
What is it like?
Nothing, Paul. Nothing at all. Let's look at. All right, why don't I distract you with the fact that I've drawn a hospital?
Oh my God, he's drawn a hospital. We've got a hospital now on the graphic.
Looks like a handbag.
Well, it does look like a handbag, but we'll go to. I mean, how could Alex change that into a hospital? I mean, you could put
on it. I did it like 3 minutes before we started.
Yeah, the little cross.
Right. So for your, well, just to speed this up, I've thrown people onto this starting 11 that haven't really been playing much yet. So would they therefore then get a look in this game?
Potentially.
Yes, I'd say so. I would agree with you there.
So I think those for me have got question marks over them in terms of not really played a lot. Willock obviously came off after half an hour, so you would imagine we'll still be okay. Ramsdale, Alex Murphy, Lascelles and Kraft are all fine. Osula would be fine. I don't think there's any reason why all of this lot couldn't play.
I think he'll have Gordon start as well, given he hasn't played much football.
Well, there is that, but we've also got Arsenal. So
it's 5 days away, or 4 days away, whatever it is. It's on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a Sunday game. I mean, surely that's plenty of time for a bit of rest.
Oh, all right. So people that we've got question marks over then. Let's move some players down. Joe Linton and Bruno were both rested. So is it fair to suggest that one of Bruno or Joe Linton, at a minimum, are going to feature in this game?
Maybe both.
Surely, possibly both. Yeah. I think he potentially rests Joe Linton a bit more because he made a very. He went above and beyond to reference that we need to protect Joe Linton in his interview, which gives me the impression that he might not play in this game. I don't know. Maybe I've misinterpreted that.
If Joe doesn't play, then Molly's going to play on the other side, isn't he? Or that's the 6. He's not going to play Tonali. Tonali gets a rest, no doubt.
Tonali definitely. Tonali
will get a rest, 100%. So maybe it's something like this.
Yeah, maybe swap Morley and Bruno. Maybe have Bruno in the 8.
I don't think Willock plays tomorrow. I think Joe
No, I
Linton
think he-
starts the game. I think Joe starts because he needs the minutes. I think he
he'll
needs
come
the
on.
minutes.
I don't know. Eddie said things that make me think he's not going to play. That we've got to manage his minutes. You know, he's.
I'm not sure
We
about
need him
Alex
against
Murphy
Arsenal.
either, guys, to be honest.
No, I'm not sure he will start him either. I agree.
I'd
There is a
like
big
I'd
question
like
mark
to
over
see
that,
Alex
but-
Murphy start tomorrow, but I don't think he'll go with Lascelles, Kraft, and Alex Murphy in a back four.
I'm getting so much crap. Come on, Mr. Graham. I'm going to call you Graham now. Yeah, we'll sort the tattoo at some point now. I need to find somebody in the Northeast that's going to do the designs. I've actually got designs, so maybe I'll show it on the channel so that people stop giving me shit for it.
Alex,
I will keep
there's
you updated.
literally hundreds of tattoo parlors in the Northeast. All you need to do
Yeah,
is
but this
ring
is
one.
I don't have a tattoo, so if I'm going to get one, I'm going to do a good one. I'm going to get it right.
They're
'cause
all
I don't
great.
want one
They're
that I'm
all
going to
good.
regret. So
All you
it's
need
my
to do is
body. I'll
ring-
make sure it's spot on.
They're all reviewed online, matey. All you need to do is ring one of them and say, I have a design.
No antacid. You're not
Can I
doing it.
email it through to you? And then you get it booked in and get it fucking done. Simple. It's not difficult, Alex.
Anyway, the back four. So, right, both of you, are we throwing Alex Murphy back into the pond? Are we?
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
be
he's.
surprised to see him start. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't
Where
be
does he start?
surprised.
Does he
but
start as a centre half or a fullback?
Probably fullback.
I don't
think-
see him playing those three in the back four tomorrow.
Well, I think Botman will play as well.
I
Get
think
some
Botman.
minutes in his legs.
I think Botman starts. But I think Lewis Hall will start as well to get minutes in his legs as well.
Maybe.
I do have a very weird question for you as well.
Uh-oh.
Now, Bradford City do typically play with wing backs. Does that mean we match them? Because we've been doing that quite a lot recently.
No.
What are you saying? Go 5 at the back against Bradford, Alex?
I'm not saying no. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they do that. Would Eddie Howe match the shape?
Listen,
Because we've been using it a lot.
if we turn around and think that we have to match the shape of Bradford City tomorrow without any
I
disrespect,
agree
to them,
with you. I know.
where the hell is the thinking in that? If we change to a 5 at the back to compensate for Bradford's system, holy
it's
shit!
not
no.
necessarily to compensate. It's just to keep doing what he's doing. But no,
But
I would prefer we
what
went
I would
for a-
say, Alex, is that maybe he plays that formation against Arsenal, so he may well do it tomorrow as a little
maybe.
tester.
Does Trippier play? Because obviously he didn't play against Bournemouth. Or is Trippier being saved for the Arsenal game?
And
I think he might play.
I think Livramento and Hall start Arsenal. I generally do. I think they're going to be our fullbacks
Really?
moving forward now. Yeah. So there's a
So we need
possibility.
to drop someone out of this bit.
It's a shame, really, because they all would be looking at this game as an opportunity to play, wouldn't they? And whoever misses out is going to be pretty pissed. But
Who do we drop though out of the
Concentrate on
current
getting
four
minutes
put
legs,
on there? Who comes off for Trippier? Because someone's got to play left back.
Well, I think there's a possibility that
Maybe put Trippier at left back then.
No.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
if it was me,
I don't want to put 35-year-old Kieran Trippier on the wrong side. I'm bored of that experiment.
if it was me, I would take Lascelles out, put Kraft as centre back, and Trippier in.
He won't not play Lascelles. Sure.
Well, I know,
he
but
came
I'm
on the
just
other
saying,
day.
if it was me,
Okay, fair enough.
Kraft has never let us down when he's come in at centre back in the Carabao Cup,
Well,
has
you
he?
could be right, but I just don't see a universe or I just don't see any way that Lascelles doesn't start this game. I'd be shocked if he doesn't.
Unless he goes with Chow and Botman again. You just don't know.
We could do with Lascelles being up to match fitness as well, because we keep using 3 centre half systems.
Yeah.
So we could do with Lascelles being sharp if we really need him. So just
I mean,
regardless
look,
of what
I
people
don't mind
think
Lascelles
about him.
starting tomorrow. I think Lascelles has improved certainly under Eddie Howe, but he's been injured for a long time. And whether that's affected him or not is something that I guess we'll see as time passes. But look, if we're going to sort of ask what Eddie would probably do tomorrow, I would think he'll take Kraft out and put Trips in. but I don't see him starting Alex Murphy. I think, time has proven that. Last season, he had opportunities to play Murphy and didn't. I just think...
Last year he had targets as well, didn't he? He had more options last year.
He did, yeah, he did. But I think Lewis Hall needs more minutes, and I think Lewis Hall will probably get an hour tomorrow.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Should we put Hall on them?
Yeah, put Hall on and put Trippier at the right back.
I mean, this could be... Oh, what? No Kraft?
No.
Well,
maybe we do that.
Oh.
The noises, Jesus Christ!
But then
you two
again,
are making those noises. I'm just going to take a moment to say happy birthday to my mother as well, who is in the chat. So
happy birthday, Mrs. Stato. Hope you have a great
Happy
day.
Birthday, Mama Toon Stato.
We love Mama Toon. Thank you. Well, what am I saying?
Happy 40th.
Indeed.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, we've done. Are we okay with this midfield?
No,
Yes, I think so.
I'm not.
With obviously Joe Linton being Tonali won't play. It's just a question of does Joe Linton also play or instead?
Do you know what I think he's going to do? I think he starts Bruno, Willock, and Joe Linton.
Oh, maybe.
So you think
Yeah,
he rests
maybe.
Miley?
I think he puts Bruno in the 6.
Who the hell plays on the right hand side? Because Joe Linton's had one good game on the right.
Yes, Alex,
Willock has had
respect, we're
zero
playing,
good games
we're
on the
playing
right.
a League One side.
Willock's also had 0 good games on the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Put Willock anywhere on the pitch, to be honest. And see
did you hear Eddie Howe's very graceful description of Joe Willock's game?
Oh, I needed a bucket, Alex. I immediately
it was limited attacking. What did he say? Not opportunities. He said something very, very kind. It's such a business way of saying you were rubbish, Joe. Yeah. For people who haven't heard the press conference, you need to go and listen to that bit. It was quite amusing.
Yeah. Look, with all respect to Bradford, Alex, I think the quality of Premier League player should be able to play on another side, should be able to play right side of midfield against the League One side. And Joe Linton needs minutes. He needs minutes in the tank. And, the question is, how many times are we going to give Willock opportunities? Because he's in a no-win situation for me tomorrow night. Because if he doesn't play very well, he gets slandered again. And if he plays well, it'll be say, well, Bradford's probably his level. So
limited attacking influence, that was it.
Yeah.
Cherno Shadow raises an interesting question that Botman has to be in and Kraft can't play. Yeah, but if Emil Kraft does not play against Bradford City, there was no point in giving him that contract extension, because if he doesn't play in this game, he's not going to play in any game.
Well, no, it's squad numbers, isn't it? You don't have to play anybody, to be honest. You have to.
You do
play
if you need some match sharpness, and you've got to give them some minutes. We can't Gillespie Emil Kraft as well. How many of these are we going to have? We can't just keep having cheerleaders.
Well, no, but as the squad gets bigger, Alex, there is the problem for Eddie to keep playing, to get players to game time. That's just how it is.
Well, yeah, but Bradford City surely is an okay opportunity.
Well, you would have thought so, yes. But then again, we want Botman up to full fitness, match fitness, don't we?
I feel like there's some hypocrisy there. We can't have half the fan base going Crafu, and then also saying, "Oh no, I don't want him starting against Bradford City." You've got to pick a lane at some point. That's
no, but I think the main conversation of this is, Alex, is Sven Botman, because we know that Botman needs minutes. He needs to get his match fitness back.
Well, yeah, but he just played the entire match the other day. I think he needs his minutes managed and can probably do with sitting this one out. I think the opposite. I think he's just played a full match. He's not used to getting consecutive starts. I don't think we should play Botman at all, personally.
But then you're stuck with 2 right-footed centre-halves, aren't you?
We've done it before and it's been fine.
Yeah, we haven't done it with Lascelles and Kraft, though.
Yeah, we beat Barcelona 4-1 with 2 right-footed centre-halves.
Yeah, but Billy, that's like
PSG.
That's like saying, Willock and Joe Linton can't play on the right-hand side of midfield either. They
can't play on the right-hand side of midfield.
That is true.
So I don't necessarily mind that, but I'm just, putting out. We're trying to second guess what Eddie would do here, and it's impossible.
Let's just hope we don't play out from the back, eh?
I mean, we don't have to get it right. The whole point in this show is that we're discussing the options. with all of you guys as well. So we kind of, that's the whole point, right? Instead of just listening to a random nonsense lineup from a newspaper, we're actually having a proper discussion about it. I mean,
Well,
should we move on to the front line?
Hang
'Cause at
on.
the moment,
Should we put a poll out about centre backs? Who centre back pairing tomorrow? Who would people like?
because
to
we could
see?
do 4 options, right? So it
Yes.
would be Lascelles and Kraft.
So we've got. Hang on.
Just put the 4 centre because Dan Burn definitely ain't going to play. So just put the
No,
Lascelles.
Burns not going to play. So we've
Just
got
put the Lascelles, Kraft, Chiao and Botman, and the top 2 could win.
Well, and Burns available.
Burns not going to play.
Burns not going to play, Alex. No way.
Well,
How we mate? Well, you're talking about managing Sven Botman and stuff. Burns.
I agree.
Burn
Burn needs a rest as well, but still,
Burn will get a rest tomorrow.
Burns not had as many issues as Botman's had.
Right, so hang on a minute. Let's just we'll do the 4 like Billy said, and the top 2. No, because they can only vote for one player, so
Exactly.
they can't vote for the
That's why
parent.
you've got to do it the way I said. You've got to do partnerships.
Yes.
You can have about 20 different partnerships, can't you?
No.
No, but you'd have a logical one. So you'd have Lascelles and Kraft. There's
You
option one.
could have Kraft and Botman. You could have Lascelles and
No, Billy. One dog, one bone. Lascelles and Kraft.
One dog, one bone, one.
Yeah, but what would you not have Kraft and Botman? At least they fit better.
Yeah, that could be an option. That will be option number 2, mate. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll cover it.
That as an option. Billy, you need your Zen garden, mate. You need to go out and have a smoke.
When you get to the end of 4, there'll be about another 6 options you can have.
Right,
No,
Billy,
no, it's
just
fine,
will
don't
you
worry about it.
chill your fucking boots? What's the matter with you?
Go on, carry on. And I'll
Right.
just
Lascelles, Kraft.
intersect at
Oh
the
my
end.
good God, he's still going on. Lascelles and Kraft, Botman and Kraft,
Botman and Lascelles.
And who's the 4th pairing?
Is if you throw Malik Chow in.
Yeah, you got through
Somehow.
all those Malik Chow now. There's 6 options.
It's fine. It's fine.
and
Don't worry
that's
about
without
it.
Yes,
having
but Billy, the likelihood is that Kraft and Lascelles have more of a chance of playing. So, you know, let's just
Go like Botman and whoever it is. It doesn't really matter.
Samsonite Dove saying, shouldn't the discussion be who you'd play? Well, that's what we're trying to do, but Billy keeps interjecting. Right, who's the 4th pairing we're going to put on the vote?
Go on, Billy.
Whoever you frigging like.
Right, all right.
Chow and Botman. Could be Chow and Lascelles. Could be Chow and Kraft.
And this is who do you think will start? And remember rotation, guys. Don't just pick the best players. That's not how this works.
I
this
personally
is what
think it'll be Kraft. I think it'll be Kraft and Botman. Personally.
Right, so the vote is up.
Fair enough.
Lascelles and Kraft, Botman and Kraft. Who else did I say? Oh, crap. Lascelles and Kraft, Botman and Kraft, Botman and Lascelles and Chow. Get voting now, and we'll see at the end of the show where you guys sit on the centre
About
back.
Alex Murphy.
Billy?
I mean, Chow has just come off with fatigue as well, apparently, according to Eddie Howe. So
Not that he was about to get red carded. Nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. No, of course not.
stop typing and vote. And Fabian Scher's concussed, guys. He
Fabian
cannot
Scher
play.
can't play. He's injured.
And
won't be
Alex
back.
Murphy's not been used as a centre half by Eddie Howe for a while now. He looks like he's been earmarked for a left back.
You don't need to type it in the chat. Just press the vote button. You typed it in the chat, and that doesn't work.
Press any key.
It doesn't
Where's
go
the
towards
any
the
key?
vote. Oh dear. Anyway,
Right, can we build a forward line? Because at the moment, Paul William Osula is up there. on
Well,
his
I think
own.
Anthony
He
Gordon's
needs
definitely
wingers.
going to start on the left. I honestly believe he's definitely going to start. He needs
Yeah.
Right, hang on. Let me
He needs
go
minutes.
drag some wide players up here. All right, we've got some wide players. Right, you're thinking Gordon is definitely going to start, even though we've got
100%.
Arsenal at the weekend.
I think Gordon and
100%.
Langer for me. I think Gordon and Langer.
I think so as well. I think so too.
Well, I mean, Alanga's only played 20, 30 minutes at the end, didn't he? So
Yep.
Alanga
Well,
can certainly play.
I would put played in inverted commas, Alex, because he didn't really. I mean, he didn't run much, did he? He should be fully fit for tomorrow. And
So Murphy and Barnes on the bench.
Yeah, maybe Young Park will be on the
Good
bench as well.
maybe Park will be on the bench, but I was talking to Lee about him from Newcastle Fans TV last week at the game, and he's not. He said he's struggled a little bit so far, but he did look good. He did look good in pre-season, no doubt about that.
Does Voltemar get on at any point, do you reckon?
I hope we don't need him, Alex, and he's fresh for Sunday. I think Sean Neve might be on the bench tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so too. Although Voltemada might be on the bench, who knows? He might a confidence boost with a goal. What happened? Not that he's not confident, but
I mean, look, for all we know, he might start Voltemada tomorrow. You know, I mean, Sula hasn't exactly set the world on fire.
Should we have a
almost
look at Bradford City before we just assume?
Absolutely, yes. Let's take a look at how they're doing. Absolutely.
So here is the League One table. If it lets me zoom in, there we go. Finally, there they are, perched at the top above Stevenage, Lincoln, and Cardiff. Cardiff, who they've just given a good hiding to, most recently.
Who'd actually started the season very, very well, Cardiff City.
Well, if you go back and watch the goals that were scored against Cardiff, Cardiff were absolutely shocking. Like, they gave away a penalty. They refused to close down a man from a really slow corner set piece. Every time do you remember when I used to complain that Lascelles could never keep the line straight like 4 years ago? That happened to Cardiff. Every time there was a through ball, it was awful. The line was all over the place. Shocking defender from Cardiff. Not that Bradford didn't deserve the win. They absolutely did. However, the defensive just sloppiness from Cardiff was so bad. But yeah, they are doing rather well. Their run of recent games includes only a loss to Doncaster away, but they've been smashing everyone really. Cardiff, Huddersfield, they beat Grimsby, Wimbledon. They beat Stoke 3-0 in the cup as well, which is fantastic. Draw against Peterborough, win at Stockport County. So it's been a while. They've been turning teams over. Is that Burton Albion's new? They got a new badge. When did they do that? That's awful. What is that?
Yeah, it used to be yellow, didn't it?
Yeah, there's been
a lot. What has Burton Albion done?
I think there's a lot of kick-off in the summer about that, to be honest.
Moist. Bloody awful.
It's not pleasant.
Here's the lineup for Bradford against Cardiff. You can see the goalkeeper and the defensive line. A shocker there. Absolute shocker. So, people to be scared of. The wing-backs are pretty speedy. Wright and Neufville, which is a fantastic name, by the way. This right side is quite dangerous because that's Sarkovic, I think is his name, has done okay so far this season. He's quite dangerous. Neufville is rapid. Pointing's if that's how you say his name, has been quite in the mixer recently as well with Swan up front. I have got their last match squad up, which shows you their contribution so far in the season. So Poynton with 5 goals so far, Sarkovic with 5 goal contributions, Swan with 6, Neufville chipping in as an attacking wing back. So that's kind of what they're looking like. I've also got the predicted lineup from them. Very, very lazy from FOTMob have put
get away
predictions.
Get away.
Just a repeat of the last 11, which is, I don't know if they've just put last match lineup, but that's quite lazy from FOTMob because that's clearly not what we're going to do tomorrow.
I mean, it's nowhere near what we're going to do tomorrow. That's just the set there. All they've done there is put the Bournemouth starting 11 up. That's all they've done. They haven't looked into anything to change. I mean, look, that might be just to put a lineup on there. It may not be the predicted. Or it says last starting 11, not predicted lineup. So that
does it actually say that? Oh, well, there you go then. I still feel like that's lazy. You know.
Yeah, put a predicted one up. Do your homework, like we're doing. You know.
Exactly. Shall we have a look at the?
We've got no idea either, though. Let's be honest.
Well, we haven't got a Scooby Doo, but then again, trying to say isn't easy.
General statistics for Bradford City in League One. Of course, it's still early doors, but more so, it's further on than our league is in the Premier League. They've played 9 games, so they've got a bit more data. You always say once you get to about 10 games, then the data's a little bit stronger. They are first in the league for goals per match, but only 9th for goals conceded. So still very good, but they could definitely be better. Although Cardiff did have the best defensive record in the league and then got pumped by Bradford City, which is quite amusing. Highest amount of clean sheets. They have only kept 1 clean sheet in the league in 9 games so far. So again, Newcastle United at home against the team that have only kept 1 clean sheet. We should really be scoring against this team, certainly. Possession is an interesting one. Very much counter-attacking. They average 42% possession in their league.
Ooh.
So we would expect to see the Lions' share of the ball. Although having wingers and Osula and stuff, there's not going to be quite as much space to run into as maybe they would like. So there could be another frustrating game where there's little space to utilize the pace of our forward line. So definitely got to be careful on the counter attack. That's why we've got to be careful with.
I'd just like Billy to answer this question here from Itan Ipan.
Bro, what channel have I stuck? You know what, Etan Epan? Sometimes I wonder myself.
So I was looking for some Bradford City channels yesterday, see if we could get anybody on, but there doesn't appear to be many around. If there's any Bradford City fans watching and you like this kind of stuff, go start a channel, because there just isn't anything. Like, I was interested to go watch some stuff. It just doesn't exist. So if you're from Bradford, go sort it out.
So guys, keep an eye open on Monday evening. Bradford City Fans TVs with your host Alex Walker.
John Sinclair. And Bantam Banter.
I mean, their actual club social media is quite good, because they've got, I can't remember his name now. They got taken over by that really young CEO who's like in his late 20s, early 30s. And he obviously they've pushed a lot into social media. So it's quite interesting. Expected goals, they are top of the league for XG. So the on paper best attack. Shots on target, very high in their league. Again, 4.4 per game. Super high volume of big chances. Again, this is kind of to be expected. They're top of the table. What did we think was going to happen? Accurate long balls is middle of the park. Accurate passes, very low. Again, very low.
I mean, the long ball one is hard to generate, isn't it? Because I mean, accurate long balls, they might not necessarily be a long ball side. So it
depends on how they're measuring long balls as well. Because some of these websites measure a long ball of 40 yards forward if it passes X amount of things on a Tuesday when it's wet and blue in the sky. So long balls are defined slightly differently and by different metrics. So. Anything else we can take from this? Crosses are quite high, sixth in League One, 5.1 crosses per game. They've had one penalty award so far.
Peter is asking XGA, please, Alex.
Expected goals against. Do they give us that statistic on here? It doesn't look like they've done that. Defensive statistics.
I don't think it does it? No.
No, I mean you've got XG conceded, yeah. So that's the same thing. That is expected goals against. 10.2, 11th in the league. So they've played 9 games and they should have really conceded 10. I think they've actually conceded 11. So they're running a little bit cold on the defensive side. Interceptions, counter-attacking. They are the best in League One at counter-attacking so far. 8.8 interceptions per game. So it very much looks like they will take your ball, take your bicycle, and then they will just go for it up the pitch with their wing backs and their counter-attacking play. So we do have to be very, very careful. We've got to make sure we've got the relevant runners. This is something that we deal with very well at the moment with Tino Livramento, Sandro Tonali often occupying that midfield area when we do an attacking set piece. So we've got competent, quick players to do good recovery runs, cover space, stop counterattacks. Sandro's especially good at that. He's a firefighter. However, if we are doing heavy amounts of rotation, this does concern me. We've got to make sure that we're very careful at stubbing out these counterattacks, because we could have problems with it, certainly. Tackles super high as well.
If we're picking Bruno in the 6, it's a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Well, second in the league for tackles as well. So they are not afraid of trying to get that ball back and quite successful at it, may I add. Final third as well. 3.7 times they typically win it in the final third, which is quite interesting. High turnovers is not something I thought they would do quite a lot many of. Discipline.
Not low block lengths, is it, really?
No, not really. Discipline, guys. They are the dirtiest team in League One. Bastards. At the moment, nine games in. Bradford and their 14 foul To be fair, 14 fouls a game is a lot. That is a hell of a lot.
I actually do wonder how many times Billy is going to say that tomorrow night during commentary.
Bradford bastards.
Sean B might be making a lot of appearances in the commentating tomorrow.
High volume of interceptions, tackles, fouls. They're going to be trying to get into us to initiate those counter-attacks. They've got pacey wing-backs. They've scored 17 goals, which is the most in League One. They are top of their division. They will come to the Northeast confident. We've got to make sure we play the right lineup, and everybody's got to be switched on.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely. Nick super chats to say, akin to Alex, I also grew up in Spain. I got a chuckle out of his Malag, or whatever that says, the other
Malagueño.
day. Yeah, thank you. Magpie 50 says, Stato hype in town. They done my tats very good.
Hype.
Are you a Scottish woman?
Why would you ask that, Billy?
Go back and say it again. They done my tats.
You just read it in an accent.
Well, of course he did, because you know what
I'm a
exactly.
fucking lunatic.
Tat, you know what tat sounds like in a Scottish language, a Scottish accent, Alex.
Oh, cracking batter tats.
Okay, I get it now.
How it, mate?
It's
It's
been a long
Billy
day.
Trey, Alex. Surely you've been working with Billy long enough now to know exactly what he means. There's just no filter. There's no filter. David says, sorry to hear about your discomfort, pain at the moment, Paul. Thank you, mate. It's very kind. I don't get any sympathy off these bastards, but only discovered the channel 2 months ago. But what a joy it is to watch you lot. Alex, get that tattoo.
Hey, you've not been part of the channel long enough
And that's
to know
for
why
a guy
I'm
who's
supposed
only
to be
been with
getting
us
a
for 2
tattoo.
months. I mean, what
How
does
do you
that
even
say,
know
Alex?
what I'm? Yeah.
When was it supposed to be for? Oh, for the cup, wasn't it?
Billy, I've never known somebody go so long saying they're going to get tattoo and this much preparation go into it.
Yeah, but it's because it wasn't meant to be a tattoo. It was meant to be blonde hair, and I couldn't do
That's
it.
true.
Oh,
So I'm gonna get
yes.
a
And
tattoo
then
instead.
you had your health issue with your hair and,
No, it wasn't. It's that the hairdresser did a hair test on it and was like, "Nah, your hair will fall out." Absolutely not. We're not doing that. I was like,
that would have been quite funny.
"Okay,
Though.
we will come up with a different plan then."
At least you wouldn't have to worry about the grades then, Alex, would you?
Oh.
That is true. But then we would look too similar on the channel. You know, there's got to be some
It's
variety.
Quite right, we would be, yeah. But right said Fred and his brother.
The bald review. Dear me. Samsonite says, shouldn't the discussion be who you'd play? I think I've read that one out. And Cherno Shadow says, Paul, are you afraid there might be a leaping swan up top? Yes.
Nice one.
Yes. Alex, that's referring to the commentary the other day. I said that somebody leapt like a swan. But
I mean, their
nobody's
striker's
actually...
surname is Swan, so it's going to be appropriate tomorrow.
well, there you go. See, I knew. I just got it a game early.
I think that's why he said it, because their striker is called Swan.
Anthony says, a hair test. Where the fuck do you go? Vidal Sassoon? Come on. It's Alex we're talking about. He's probably got the same barber as King Charles, Billy.
Oh, you bloody right, he is. Bloody bleach.
I couldn't get in there. The wait's too long.
I know the feeling.
Kenzie says, give Alex a break. It's only been nearly 7 months since the Carabao final. Maybe you should take a few more years to decide.
Thank you, Kenzie. God.
Maybe he meant the Champions League final was going to have it done for.
Well, I mean, you know, when's the Champions League final? Next May? Something like that. Samsonite says, well, Paul, to be fair, you hardly ever mention you have health issues. I never mention it.
It's true.
Only when I feel that it's appropriate to mention.
Me and Billy got a bingo card for that.
I mean, COVID 12 times, and he still did Salvatore.
Hey.
No.
That absolutely, Billy. That,
you know, ultimate professional.
I'm still, I've not won yet because I'm still waiting on another sty or an eye problem. So that's my last one.
Listen, shitface, right? 7 months to get a tattoo, right? Seven months.
Is it correct, Paul? That you went to the doctors and the doctor went, "Oh, you've got hypochondria," and you said, "Oh God, not that as well."
I did actually, yeah. Anyway, how does Alex not get the fucking tattoo turn on me? Shameful. Billy, in your own words, you bastard. Unbelievable. Paul, I have some Toon gifts for the giveaway bucket. Can I send them? Yes. Drop me an email at contact.thetoonreview@gmail.com, matey, and we'll definitely get that sorted out. And Alex, if you keep putting comments up when I'm trying to press the buttons, I'm going to knock you out next time I see you.
Hey, it was for the Toon, for the Toon Review's benefit. They needed to know.
But I saw it. Anyway, Deverell says 9 months membership. Thank you, mate. To be fair, been planning my first tattoo for over 5 years. Oh, don't give him ideas, man, because we'll be still sitting here in 2032 saying, oh, you know, when I were a lad, I were going to get a tattoo. I can't decide which.
Just because you're playing Bradford, you have to put that accent on.
Well,
I was going to say, who sounds like that?
Well, who does Alex sound like, Billy?
I see Camilla's poorly again, the bloody hypochondriac.
Oh, dear me. Christ almighty. This channel just amazes me every night. Anyway, let's look at the poll before we do our predictions. Or Paul, if you were Alex.
To be fair, somebody just made a good comment. There's a lot of people who got tattoos and they got Isak tattoos and are now regretting it. So
yeah.
Why
I see one the other day where they've had the A in Isak changed to a rat, which was funny.
If people actually want an update, by the way, I do know what I want. I'm going to get 2 magpies, and I'm thinking about upper arm. So that's where we're going. I've got some like
Susan showed me one today, Bobby Robson one with the blue star and the bridge in the background was mint.
I don't know if I want one specifically like football related, though. It needs to be vaguely related, but enough that it's, you know, I want to be able to hide it as well because it's just how I feel about tattoos. But I want to get one probably right arm, upper sleeve, so I can at least hide it if I want to.
Alex, just
my choice, bro. It's my body.
Here. Just
my body, my choice.
Indeed, and I won't take that away from you at all. But correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the alternative to you bleaching your hair blonde. Celebrate
tattoo. It's pretty permanent.
Just shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. This is a tattoo to commemorate Newcastle United winning the Carabao Cup, and you've just said live on telly that it's not all about football.
No, I didn't say it's not all about football.
Well,
I don't want to get too football specific. I don't want to get like a football in the back of the net, like on top of a Greg's or something. Like it's got to be at least.
It's a Newcastle United tattoo.
Hey
You've got to get. Not a fucking Greg's. Who's talking about getting Greg's tattooed on you?
No, I guarantee someone in the chat has Greg's on their body somewhere.
I have to be fucking front.
Oh dear, there will be people out there with Greg's. Was it the Crocs they brought out? Greg's Crocs, all that sort of stuff. But
you could get Greg's underwear from Primark.
Yes, well, obviously you must have a pair then, Alex.
Greg's underwear.
Greg's underwear, Billy. Absolutely.
No. Was it a smash pasty?
There is no excuse for Billy Trey. Anyway. So I just wanted to clarify that, Alex, because obviously it's a tattoo commemorating the Carabao Cup win, so it has to be Newcastle United.
Well, yeah, it's going to be Magpies because 2 Magpies is lucky, right? One for
one
sorrow, 2 for joy. 2
Yeah.
Magpies.
Well,
it's
yes,
related to the Northeast
and
Cup win. I think it's tasteful enough.
And that's why you made us change the channel logo and everything. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah, you can't have one. Yeah, see, for people who are looking at the logo down there, it's got to have 2 magpies on it. Can't have one.
One's bad luck, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I do salute one magpie every time I see them and say good morning or good afternoon. So it's a nightmare. However, anyway, we'll it's pointless talking about the tattoo because we'll still be talking about it in 2 years. So let's move on and have a look at the.
I'll vlog it. Don't you worry.
No, you will not be vlogging at Sunshine. I will be there.
Because we can promote the tattoo part. You know, we can.
No, because when you cry, you will switch the camera off. I want to get everything. I want
Hurt.
everything.
Much.
Of course, it doesn't hurt.
A bottle of tears as well.
Yes, and give them away as a prize.
Put them on the website. PTR merch.
I wear.
Tato's tears. Thank you.
Anyway, let's have a look at the poll, shall we, and see who the viewers would like to see tomorrow. Oh, it's quite close actually. The winners are.
God.
Who do you think's won, Billy?
I can't remember who the bleeding options were.
Oh, well, that's because you spent the whole segment fucking complaining, Billy. That's why.
I don't know.
You've got Lascelles and Kraft, Botman and Kraft, Botman and Lascelles and Chow.
Botman and Kraft.
Alex, what do you reckon?
I think he'll go Lascelles and Kraft.
Okay. The winners with 32% of the votes, Botman and Lascelles. Second on 30% was Lascelles and Kraft. Then on 20%, Lascelles and Chow. And 18% Botman and Kraft. So actually, a lot of difference in opinions there.
Yeah, very mixed.
So very, very mixed up, but interesting. Thank you, everybody, for taking part in that vote. And finally, prediction time. Get your predictions in the chat, guys. Alex, we'll start with your prediction tonight. How do you think it's going to go tomorrow, considering we have no fucking idea what the team's going to be? This, of course, is just banter. Please don't take these predictions as gospel from us and go and stick your money on them. Just look for more professional.
Certainly don't do that with the prediction I'm about to give. So,
oh Christ, on a bike. Go on then, Alex.
Not a Luton one, is it?
Oh yeah, that will never be forgotten. In fact,
I'm going to try and manifest this because I want us to win by a reasonable scoreline this time against a team that is in League One, regardless of how well they're doing.
Yeah,
I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1.
2-2.
Jesus Christ, Billy. Anyway, 4-1 to us. I do think we'll concede a goal, and I'm going to go with.
Alex, we don't need predictions of goal scored because we don't know who's going to play.
We don't even know who's going to play. I think Osula will get on the score sheet. I think William Osula will score at least a goal, and I think we'll win 4-1.
Mr. Trey?
Do not want to see us mess around.
Kieran, are you for real? I mean, 0-0 seems to be a score we enjoy this season, of course. Billy?
Yeah, I think we'll score tomorrow. I think we'll score a few. 3-1.
3-1. So you think we'll concede as well?
Yes.
I'm going 4-0. I think we will be too strong for them tomorrow, and I think we win 4-0. And hopefully an entertaining game. We get to play Granny a few times tomorrow night because really, I mean, she's dwindling away in the background, cobwebs on her. She hasn't had a lot of dancing this season. So hopefully we'll see Granny when we score tomorrow. So there you go. Thank you very much for taking part in the show, guys. Much appreciated. As usual, if you have enjoyed it, give it a like and give it a subscribe if you're new around here and you like what you see. Thank you to the mods and Alex and Billy. We much appreciate your super chats and memberships as per usual. And thank you so much for viewing tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. If there's any news to bring you, I will do a news video. And then, of course, Match Day Live, 7:30 tomorrow night. Start with a 7:45 kickoff, 15-minute build-up for the Carabao Cup, of course. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Have a great time. And pester Alex on X with tattoo ideas or phone numbers for tattoo parlors. Bombard him because it's about time he found one. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening and see you tomorrow. Good night.
I wait to lads and to lasses.
Aye, lad, get to pies in.
Come back and check on some breathing. When I'm without you, and you're untouchable. Tell me you back if you tragic. So much trouble, make my day.